Hi guys, we're going to start this brand new wave of readings, the new wave of talking about what we most value under this new moon in Aquarius. All of our value systems are going to look different. We're all different Libras and there's thousands of us. So we will just look at the top things that we are most holding, I guess, close to our heart and what we want to work on, the value system of the work and where it's going. Okay, we're going to get started. We're using this deck. I have forgotten the name. I will Google image it in just a little bit and I will link it down below in case you guys like it. So what is the value system and the turn for the new moon in Aquarius? Moonlight Enchantment, number 25 with magic. All right, this card talks about sentience. It talks about clairvoyance. It talks about the magic unbridled in the middle of the night. In the middle of the night, I've been walking in my sleep. And so it's so funny that, yeah, in the middle of the night, I've been walking in my sleep. It wasn't what you originally anticipated, but the magic it's a surprise. It will unveil itself in the middle of the night. We have a beautiful card here of, it's like a white wolf. Yeah, white wolf right there staring up at the moonlit sky. It is talking about the new moon, right? But this one is a full moon. Obviously, it's big, it's boisterous, it's huge. But we have you as the lone wolf stating out your ask to the universe. So we have Moonlight Enchantment. We will see why this is a constant work in progress in just a second. Okay, we're going to get a couple more flippers out. What else is being valued? Thank you. Right away. Standing stones, a passage. So this could literally be a walkway. Some of you watch a lot of guidance per day. You're watching multiple readers at a time, or maybe you're just watching your go-tos. For me, it's a few people that I ring true with in the collective of Libra, and then I go watch for my feelings, which is a Cancer moon. So I give you examples because you don't want to oversaturate your chart. You don't want to overwatch. You just want to get the main cues for the day. And with passage, it is about you walking towards the unknown or into the unknown, which will clarify. The red dress there is about passion and its desire, but it's going towards something, which means there's already effort in play. A lot of you are working towards that. I wonder sometimes when I interact with you guys in the comments, what that must look like in your life, what it must be doing for you, because it's gotta be, to put effort into it must mean that you want it a lot. It could be a milestone. It could be marriage. For some of you, it's having your first kid. For some of you, it is causing a celebration in your life, which is to be celebrated. This passage is different for all of us. So today, you can think of what magic looks like in your life. You could think about what passage also kind of introduces into your story, no matter what age you are. This could be a new time for doing that. It's not a new time to set new goals or to put something in motion during Mars in retrograde. It's just talking about what is the value system. So we know that we have to go through this passageway on some sense. How do we get there? How do we get there? Couple cards. Through chaos, which is the Tower card. Rebuilding. Some of you will tell me, what if I've gone through multiple towers? They all haven't felt good and nothing has changed. And that's part of my story, is I keep learning, but I'm not passing through to it in a successful light. Well, the tower has to be rebuilt a certain way, right? Our stones got to be stacked. Our bricks have to be laid in a certain way. Are you getting rid of those things too in your life that need to be done away with for sure and for good? This could look like something that you're stuck in, or something that you're stuck in for the moment. So we have a Tower card. We will clarify why that's part of the value system and why we got to do it. It says storm spirit. So there could be an internal change within you. And the internal change is starting to make these physical changes in your real life, or the ramifications are showing up in good ways, not necessarily a bad way all the time. I think we have to look forward to the surprise that Uranus brings, because that surprise could be our future. That surprise step that we take could also be the passage of which we've been following. So have you ever heard the term, I shouldn't have given up because right around the corner was the opportunity I found out later. A lot of people give up before it's about to turn. And that's basically what this card talks about. Also, standing stones can be about a belief that you have within yourself, and you're trying to see through to that, or you're looking towards your ancestors and your soul guides for that answer. Don't be afraid ever to call them in, because they're ready to help you too. Uncertainty, I knew it. There's a couple things on the table that might lend to that some days. You'll notice in your cards, it's already telling a story, even if you're not actively doing shuffling. And it says that there's something uncertain about this path. It could feel like it is a woodland wonderland that you've been walking through. And the key to that is you. The uncertainty begins with change within ourselves. We will get to that at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to put my rock on it because I want to touch on all the red we're seeing. We have a red butterfly. We have it in the dress. The Tower card has that energy too of anger, rage, and fury. But once we get to that passageway, it takes us on to something that we have always been meant to do, and our path was shaping up all along for. It takes some time. It'll take some time even through this beginning part of the year, and we have patience that you've been abiding by. This is like the obedience card. This is the value system that you've been following. And believe me, even here reading every day, you have to have patience with certain spiritual cues even in order for them to manifest in your life. You could be patiently awaiting a certain partner. You could be saying, I've been obedient, I've done the work. And we will look at why your patience has also been survival for you and survival mechanism. I feel like through this magic as well, you're learning something about yourself that could be used every day this year. Okay, Aquarius is about a star being born, and we have that enlightenment in several cards with the Tower card, the patience, and uncertainty. The uncertainty could be that it wasn't the way you originally thought, or the person that you were in love with was not exactly shaping up to be the person you believed them to be. Okay, high hopes type of thing, right? There's a band that has that beautiful ring to it, or they have a song called High Hopes. High hopes for a living. Okay, so we're gonna get your current storyline out. I wish you luck. Also for me, because I'm a Libra and a lot of these cards are already resonating. Welcome back to your channel, which has been serviced for you. And the reason why it was created is because of your sun sign energy. Although the moon and the risings also clarified here in the readings, they put their stamp of approval here every day too, because Libra is all of it. It's the sun, the moon, the rising, the Venus. I think if you have like a south node too that has been holding you back, mine is in Libra. So that's what I'm supposed to be releasing and surrendering to in the future. You might want to look at those parts in your chart too that keep you in a box. Okay, and what's going to get you out of that box as well. Your natal chart is the first point. You can also look at personality traits of yours, and you can look at different things that you've been repeating that have not changed over time. Okay, and I feel like the enlightenment is somewhere within that too. Let's get started. What's the value system? We're up good cards, long-term, 3 of Wands. You want to expand. Maybe your environment as well is not lending to that expansion. Or it's like a boss not letting you do something you want to do. Time not being accrued so you can take a break for your health or your sanity. That could be it too. 3 of Wands says, I'll read it to you. Put yourself out there and you'll be rewarded in one way or another. So it could be about navigation. How do I get out of a situation too? I've been in for too long. And working your way through that in the next few years, or even if you want to get out of it in a few months. I feel it starts with a good attitude. Number 1, when you expand. Number 2, if this is about a relationship, it's actually saying it on the card. Get out there. Make yourself more viewable. Be seeable if nobody can see you. Because you're not going to find a love partner if you're trapped in your house all day. Type of thing. Expansion. So that is what the value system is wanting to expand a life we're already living. And you know, for some of us, it can be a little bit boring. 10 of Cups. Okay, so that's our first 10. Good sign, first good number, a completion in some form of wish fulfillment. if you have been, like yesterday in the readings, we had Nine of Pentacles, right? If you've been working hard, it's going to pay off to a Ten of Cups, or it's affecting a family space, right? Ten of Cups is family, wish fulfillment, feeling that your cup is always filled. Well, I have news for you. In the 3D, we always have to fill up our cup. It's a constant work in progress. So if the moon has felt very dense and heavy for you, it's because you're working on really big things. These are huge things that are going to impact you 20 years from now, 30 years from now, thankfully, if we all have good health. So 3 of Wands, you're expanding proactively. There could be steps written down today. There could be certain moves that you've already taken, which you can say, I accomplished, and I'm going to head to these next few things. And bullet it too. In your journal, make sure that you bullet these points so that you could visually see it, because that is going to be the most helpful thing upcoming. Knight of Pentacles, this is why I yelled out long term. Knight of Pentacles is Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, and it looks like she's brought her laptop into the woods to study. This is a long-term card of a knight going slow, right? So this is usually on a white horse in the typical rider weight. What this speaks of under this new moon, Aquarius is so transformative. It's values making. It's also about you transforming to your truth and how you're going to innovate. We talked about that in Monday's reading. Knight of Pentacles is just touching on the fact that you have the powers within you. If you need to go slow, if that pace is okay for you, if it's not and you're on a time crunch, let's say there's a pressure here of age. Let's say there's a pressure to get married. Look at those pressures and why are they even a pressure in your life? Knight of Pentacles. It could speak of energies around you today too. There could be 3 of Wands folk, Knight of Pentacles people around you that are moving slow, and a 10 of Cups that is realized in your mind. You have a storyboard. It's very visual in your dreams of what this 10 of Cups is. And a lot of you have written me an email. This is super personal. An email, you'll tell me what your dreams originally were. So you might want to look at those original dreams when you were younger as well. 12:22 on the clock. All right. What are the what's being hidden from this story? Let's put it that way. These two wanted to still come out. 7 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. So people going through a rough time around you. Environmental energy. They might have slowed down your timeline. Okay. Sorrow, regret. Regret is a big thing of the 5 of Cups. 7 of Pentacles in the new moon in Aquarius light, because you want to describe it with the time that it's in, is maybe your investments. Some of you could have had better speed than someone else in your life. A little bit more proactive while somebody kind of sulked or they were regretful, or they're sorry now about something. 5 of Cups is regret. So what I feel here is I think they're anticipating you speaking to them. I've been picking that up for 2 days. I don't know why. It's like they want to hear from the Libra sign first. Let's go from the top of the deck. We have Knight of Wands, Sagittarius, Queen of Wands. Oh, she's back. She's back. That's interesting. Queen of Wands, red dress. So there is some type of fire energy and for you to complete these tasks. Maybe by March or April or springtime. She's usually like for me, a springtime card. She doesn't rush. You know, the Queen of Wands is about solar creativity. This is somebody who is very lucrative in business if they want to be, if it goes towards business. But the Queen of Wands is also someone who's highly admirable for traits that are of strength. You know, she's this way because of a certain way. You know, I want to find out what the reading is saying about her being here. That's so interesting that she's back, because I thought she was going to be kind of a diminished card today. Empress, okay. It could be that I don't know if you have like, some of you, maybe people feel like you have pretty or handsome privilege and you get things easier because of that. I think they're wrong about that. I think they don't realize the tactful hard work that it takes. Maybe even hear the emotional strength it takes on some days too. Who is this 5 of Cups person? Why are they looking? 9 of Cups. So it could be you or them, Libras. What this means is there's a content person who finds themselves single, who's working on themselves, or trying to at least. And you could be the Nine of Cups as well. I resonate with this more on a self level today, like this would be your reader. I'm a little content and feeling this Nine of Cups is a single person. So they feel regret for, I guess, leaving you behind and assuming that you're good or something like that. There's an assumption that you're going to be good without them. It looks like you are. Empress, Knight of Wands, Queen of Wands. But that assumption may be too far in its gaze. Maybe they never knew the real you, is what the reading is also stating. Page of Wands, there's that reformed you with excitement, boisterousness, movement, or it's news coming in. So we look forward to the good news, okay? Some of us could be tired of tower moments. I see that too. But the tower is also good for good reform in the ground space. So, for instance, when they were rebuilding the Twin Towers and they were planting, obviously, the new soil that was to go up and be the new monument, I found that even redirecting it design-wise was not going to make it the same space too. If you notice, completely different structures from the Twin Towers before. So that's an element here that I see in the reading. Four of Swords, King of Cups. I feel like the Queen of Cups, she's not here yet, but that's where the message wants to go. To somebody who is emotional, well-feeling. She's healthy there in the Queen of Cups too. It's an understatement that she's highly emotional and she's cryy, or she cries a lot. She's actually a very strong totem of love, Queen of Cups. So this King of Cups might want to reach out to you after well-rested rejuvenation. I feel like here they're more in the regret space today. They are in the Five of Cups flipping. Okay, King of Cups here with a blue sweatshirt. Okay, is Libra learning to communicate with this person on a soul level? Let's put it that way. Or is this like your twin or soulmate? Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Cups. Two flippers, let me check the bottom of the deck. The Chariot, wow, Cancer, King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag, Six of Wands. King of Pentacles, the Emperor, Page of Swords. I'll show you the Billie Eilish Page of Swords. She's at a bookshelf. Okay. They could be learning how to be, implement like their new self, or they're inspired by you. There's something about that here because they see your Page of Wands and they see you also being a Knight of Wands in your life. Sagittarius energy of adventure. That adventure, though, is making somebody really miss certain parts of you. And it's like the old vision of you. Queen of Pentacles, Six of Cups. I think it's this person here in the water energy of the King of Cups. Lots of water returns. I don't know if you guys noticed that. What's this success here? Six of Wands. I'm going to pull it up in the viewfinder. And Empress. What is going on here? Because I feel like it's everything. It's a 5D experience. It's an at-home experience. It's also grounded with the Empress. So what's that? What is that, please? Eight of Cups. You walked away from something fresh very recently. A fresh experience that is behind the scenes, also a success about you. The walking away in quiet or in private is a success. Let me see what else I could draw from that. What are we meant to know from the lesson of the walk away game here? What is the Eight of Cups? Thank you. It goes towards you being, okay, for a primitive and maybe short time, you are the wounded warrior, Nine of Wands. It comes back today. I wasn't anticipating it. I do believe that's a true flip. Nine of Wands is fire energy of you holding the candle towards beliefs or a nurturing system about yourself. Some people might try to lower that vibration about you. When you're so high vibrational too, it can be taken away in certain friendships, coworker relationships, the workspace. Your boss can even tell you off something or tell you off about a certain detail. Doesn't make you feel good. Don't let it, is what this reading is saying. because there's an internal and outside success as well that is being watched or looked at. I believe by 5D people around you, protectors, these could be your guides. Okay. Queen of Pentacles, let's look at that. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles. 8 of Swords. So this is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius decan. It talks about limitations. How are we limiting ourselves to where the success gets longer and longer, or we can't get to it fast enough? Because if we decipher those limitations, we can overcome them in the current moment. We can discover how that was a limitation to our overall well-being. And those changes can be permanent in the future. 8 of Swords, a limiting belief. How do we make the Empress a little bit more comfortable in her space? Does she need to move? Does she need to make arrangements to start fresh? Does this person need to go after something completely different than what they're attracted to? So I think it lands there. And it takes a lot of self-nurturing during this time. Queen of Pentacles, 9 of Wands. I want to expand on a couple of cards. Just a few. I maybe only want to look at 3 in your bonus today. Okay? Let me know if that's what you're feeling. And I will also cover past and new love. I'm going to look at those 2 components and what the cards have in common. So I'll see you in reading 2. 2121 when I ended. And thank you guys so much. Write down all of your beautiful insignias today of love totems, what you're seeing in your car, your angel numbers. They're helpful and you're being shown for a reason. Okay? So don't limit that too, or don't put that in the disbelief center, because the Empress is watching for those things. They could mean something as you move on towards the next step. And that was the value system right here, headed by your own card, Taurus, Libra.